You go on Expedia, cheap flight. So you go on cheap flight, all the regular flight, like you're gonna see American Airlines. You're gonna see how American Airlines charge so much, and people believe in that airline that it is the best. Spirit take me and bring me back, and it is the same. But because they said to them that this is the best airline, and they charge twice the price, and people go there and buy it, right? So I can never pay that kind of money. I'm working every money that I spend for me, I'm taking away from my family. So every cent that I spend on anything that I could negotiate or I could buy cheaper, it means like the work I'm doing, I'm taking away from my family. I could have spent that time with my family, or you know, have some rest and not be stressed. So that's how I look at my money all my life. So that's how it works.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
You're
Kathleen.
welcome.
For the question of buy one at a time, I still don't get it. I didn't catch it during the when I was listening. I was listening very fast.
Eh, I
I can
think he
answer that
was
one really
just.
quick.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, go
So
ahead.
when they say buy at a time, you don't buy the bundle like you go. You buy a bundle that's to and from, right? Instead, what you could do is buy a one-way flight and then schedule another one-way flight with a different airline coming back. Or if you can spoof your location, you could change your location to your destination, and that oftentimes lowers the price if you're going from a larger city to a smaller city. Okay. So
Okay.
yeah,
So,
that's
but what I found crazy, sometimes when you want to book two-way, you might find two-way for, let's say, 300, and one-way will be 700.
yeah,
Exactly.
it just
They
depends
kind
on
of
the day and
crazy.
the
It depends. It depends. That's he just inform us to be open about that. So you compare.
yeah.
If you see that buying both together are cheaper, so you go for that one. But what he's
Mhm.
informing us is to compare from A to B and also from B to A to see whether by buying them separately is it making sense or you have to buy them together. And there's
Oh,
another, yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
no, I got one thing now. You
mm,
you are saying, if especially if you want to leave, what Shirel was saying, I remember something.
mm,
If I'm traveling from here, for example, to Rose,
mm,
if I choose to go all the way to Pescara,
mm.
it's going to be extremely expensive. If I fly to Rome and Rome, Pescara, or as he was saying, I travel from Rome, the Fiumicino, to the small, there's another small, two different satellite airport there. And I travel from there is just $200 ticket. Meanwhile, the whole thing could have cost 1,500 if I buy it that way, or if I buy just to Rome, it is 800 and the other one is 200 and I could save 500. Okay,
Yeah,
that is probably the idea.
yeah. And by talking about ticket, there's another website that's the airplane, the company, our flight company. They don't want us to know about it, and it's called Skip the Lag or something like that. So what does it mean? Let's say that you are going to B. No, you are going to C. From
Mhm,
A, you are going to C. But you
mhm.
notice that but if you transit through
True.
B,
Mhm.
it's cheaper
Yeah.
than buying from A to C. So
Mhm.
people are what should I no, it's not that. You are going to B, but they were selling something like a B, C. So when you
Mhm.
get to B, you just jump off the airplane and don't you don't do B to C.
Mhm.
But they don't like that because it come to maybe 200, 300 off. It doesn't make sense because now you are traveling longer, but they are charging less. So they don't know. We don't know how they come up with the price, and that's those are small things that you. And also, when the Fatu was saying that, oh, you had to call, you had to negotiate, they are counting as well on our the fact that we don't have time. because
Yeah.
because they know that you can call, but if you don't have time to call, and they say, oh, you have to call in within 1 week to deny or to negotiate or to get this one off, and you forget to call within that 1 week, that's it. You're stuck with that now. And coming back to Sister Colom's question about the credit card, Sister Fatu said it correctly by saying that, oh, they'll give you, and why they are doing that, by giving you 10,000 on the debit card, they're knowing that you cannot spend all the one day. You spend $10 today, $5 there, 60, and doing that, they are still making money on your money without telling you. And if it's a 401k and
Yeah.
you get
But
a loan on it, the amount of your stock, because 401k is a stock, those stock are no longer performing. They put it in a separately and they are not performing, so you are losing. And if you don't pay back within 5 years, as Sister Fatu said, they will charge you a penalty that you withdraw your 401k. So there will be a penalty of 10%, and also your
Taxes.
federal tax.
and
You want
if
to say something?
you borrow the money,
Mm.
the interest goes to your account, right? Goes to your 401k, right?
Yeah, the
No.
interest you pay back is paid to you, while you forego the eventual interest that that money might be making if it were invested
Okay.
somewhere else.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
I don't know
All
if
right.
the
I see.
interest goes to you though. I don't
Yeah,
know. I'm not
that is
sure about
that
that.
is how it is.
Oh, okay.
The
Okay.
interest you pay is
Mm.
back to you.
Mm.
While because if they assume that if the money was invested, on average 7%
Mm.
interest per year, they can give it to you for the same or 6% or so, and you have to pay that interest to yourself, and it goes to you.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think to my understanding, Charlie, because
Yeah.
the now even though it is your 401k, but it is your employer that is now borrowing you this money. So you're not directly taking this money for your 401k. You went through your employer and applied for this 401k.
Okay.
So now your employer is tax the interest now is coming from your employer.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, so that's why they're talking about the fees, the interest, because if you don't pay, it's on the employer to pay back that money.
Oh, I see.
It
Mhm.
depend. It depend on
The
each
type of.
arrangement.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It
Right.
depends on each arrangement because there are certain companies that don't do anything. They have another company, a third party company, to deal with that. So yeah, it depends on the arrangement. It depends on the arrangement.
Yes.
Who
Other
else?
people.
Like Sister Christelle.
Yes.
Yeah, you want.
Yeah, everything has been said. Thank you, Amore, for the presentation. I'm not going to repeat anything. This is another call to be aware. Financial independency does not come without financial literacy. They go both hand in hand. So that's all I'm going to say. And thank you all for your wonderful inputs.
Thank you too. And there's George. Uh, oh no, he said he was not going to be here this week, right?
Yeah, that
Josh, yeah,
He
he
traveled.
traveled.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
He traveled.
Yeah.
So
Right.
the
So
book we're
look like
reading this week is The School of Money.
Yeah.
yeah, Cheryl is presenting.
Okay. And then
Dr.
Farron is going to be the
Olumide
moderator.
Emmanuel.
Mhm.
I think Nasif sent us data already, right?
You
Mm-hmm.
already sent the PDF.
Yeah, like 3 weeks ago.
Oh no, I don't like those 2 week thing.
So how you want to have it late?
I want to have it after we finish with this. I go think one day at a time. Sorry, one day at a time.
Like someone send it late, you say it's late. I receive it late. They send it early, you say why you send it early?
Okay. Okay. Before we separate, I have a question for everyone.
Mhm.
Do you guys keep coins? Do you keep
Boss.
do you keep
No.
coins?
What do you mean by coins or money? You mean
Yeah,
That is
money,
it.
coin,
Like
coin. Yeah,
like
yeah. Oh,
I
This
good,
one.
good, good. That's where I
I
wanted to
collect
be.
them. They
Good,
throw
good.
them. I have four
Exactly.
of these bottles full. Those people, they return the vehicle
Okay.
full of coin. They don't. And one of my employees said that if you collect those things, it's misery. You are bringing misery in your life.
No.
While he's negotiating his salary every day.
Yeah. That's exactly where I wanted to go. Don't throw them. Find something and put them inside and just keep
And
them.
and also another advice is always keep $20 bill, or it can be 50, it can be 100, but always keep it in your pocket or in your phone, because you might go somewhere and you have the credit cards, you are ready to be debited, but the machine is not working, or something happened to the system, and then what you can do. At least if you have the bill of 20, at least you can buy what you want or buy the gas and travel.
So, one quick question. PMI, you said that they have found a way to prevent you from
Yes.
canceling it. I was going to, if I were not too busy today, I could have called them because the other guys who said that my deductible was nine thousand 600, while no, my deductible was 10,000, while the damages were 9,600. I complained to even to Fred Thomas about it, and he gave me option to try different providers that I was working on. And I remember I spoke to my broker about it, and he said, "No, don't take it. I can sell it to you if you want, but I have to advise you because he does business. He also have his cars with me. Okay." And he said, if I'm ready, he can sell me insurance, but he reassured me that 800 times 12 is close to 10,000. If you save that one for 5 years, you can fix your car. You can fix your house. Don't pay if you have to. And I said, "Oh, hurricane season is coming." He said, FEMA won't give you a dime if insurance could cover it. They'll tell you go. The question they'll ask you is the house insured? How much is this? How is the deductible? So but if you have nothing, no one else is coming into your rescue. Yeah, you are more qualified to get federal money.
Is when I was trying to remove from my mortgage is what they told me, saying that
Right?
now they were, but I don't know if I didn't do any research on it, but it's what they
so
say. And when they say that, I believe a little bit because both the bankers and the administration, they are both in the bed, so most of the time they are
so
protecting each other.
so the PMI,
Mm.
right? If upfront you pay 20% of the value of the purchase price, you don't have the PMI, right?
Yes, you're correct.
And then you can decide also to not have escrow accounts,
Yes.
right?
When you
Yeah,
decided to not to have escrow account, it means
yeah,
that you pay the tax yourself,
yeah.
because
Mhm.
Mhm. Because if
because
you give them the money January, February to keep until December, they pay. You're not
mm,
making any
Yeah.
profit. They're the one
Mhm.
you can do better stuff with your money, right?
yeah, but
Of course.
some mortgager they don't like that
No,
because
if you have 20%, they
no
will,
no about the escrow part.
yeah, they will
That
remove the escrow. You tell them there is no escrow because they know
yeah.
Yeah.
you have 20% in the game. They will
Mhm.
they will sign the
Okay,
deal.
okay, I get your
You
point.
remember they told me no, and later on they said okay that since I request for it, I have to wait. That they honor the request 12 months after. If you, yeah, They said they honor it 12 months after if you do not fail you do not have one payment that fails within 12 months after your request. And I said, okay. So 12 months later, I went back again and they removed it finally.
Yeah. Yeah, because we get the escrow and PMI only on the first house we bought. Other than we never have PMI or escrow again in this country.
Okay.
Now, yeah.
And
So
as the
now
guy said it clearly, don't expect to have satisfaction on the first call.
now the PMI still you can call them like if you know that your your money value, I mean principal value that you have is more than 20. Now, if you call them, if they say
Okay,
no, just
so
let them know
Donald,
you're about to refinance. Okay.
No. Well, at that
I
point,
didn't hear.
they do honor. At that point, when he's reaching 21% of equity, they will honor. Yes, they
All
do.
right. So if it reached 20% of your equity and they don't want to remove, just let them know you're gonna refinance. They will
You are
quickly
refinancing
circle back
your
to you
house.
and tell you they will remove it. Other than that, someone else gonna take the mortgage and
Yeah,
they'll be losing.
and here is the fact that do you know the information? Do you have the information? Because if
Yeah,
you
that's
don't,
the problem.
you don't even know how to ask. So this is what
Yeah.
they are. So he said, if you don't
They're
pay for
playing with.
knowledge, you will pay for the ignorance. One or
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Great.
A great book. Great book. If you want to
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a
read
wonderful book.
13579.
One more thing. Who is winning the book that you
Yeah.
have
So
at home?
let's play Bradford.
It doesn't hurt to ask.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put myself in trap now. Why? Because I realize that it's not even the book prices which is important here. Sometimes it's the
The shipping
shipping.
price.
Yeah, the shipping price.
No problem. Keep it for me. I'm coming to Vegas to get it.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, but one quick question. How do you put the background? I remember we chose the background that we wanted to use, but I always wanted to ask you quickly, how do we select the background of our
You come to there are 3 points somewhere
3
here when
points?
you
Yeah, I selected them already.
and when you
Show
selected,
whiteboard.
you say no, select background on the
Oh,
last before I think
Sure,
the
you
third
can do.
before you say
oh, okay,
select
select background.
and
Okay,
then you go and get it.
yeah.
And that's it.
And then it is totally white.
No, select background. In select background, we will ask you which picture you want to. You understand? Select background
Mm,
and the virtual background. And when you select virtual background, it asks you none, half blur, blur, and other stuff. So you go and add that background.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Okay.
Yeah, you go and get where you save that background in, and then every time that you go in now, it will show that background. And I was thinking that maybe everyone will be doing that so that we will be like a uniform.
Yeah.
oh.
I don't like
Now
the
we went
chaos
to the
behind me
beach,
all the time.
Arun.
Huh?
yeah,
Come
that
again?
background stuff is not showing on the phone, so it probably has to be on the computer.
Oh,
Ah,
probably.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
okay. Select background.
So
Mm.
now where it is, if you save it
No,
somewhere in the computer, you get it, and that's
it
it.
doesn't even give me a folder or any path
No,
to go select it.
you add background. There's one
Okay,
line
and I
add
just
back.
carry it and drop it in.
Yes, yes.
Oh, perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, another question I want to ask Arun. You know, at one point you show us how to read with there's a reader for PowerPoint. Uh,
Yeah, there's a reader for everything. Like Word,
so,
there's a reader.
if we want I don't know, is it an app or whatever to read the PowerPoint that you send? How do we do that?
It depends. If it is the PDF, is a different app. If it is a EPUB, is a different app. That's why I like EPUB. EPUB because you can use a Google Playbook to read back, and is what I
Google
normally,
Playbook.
yeah, everywhere that I am. Like here now, I
Uh-huh.
always have it on my, and when I do like that, I'll go to and say,
Unless your complaint is clearly 30 days frivolous, the company is generally required to investigate it within in the FFYM toolkit on page
you hear?
393.
You hear
Yeah.
Larry? Yeah. So it's the way when
So
I'm driving, I'm reading it. He's reading back to me.
so I, I'm sorry, it might be a dumb question, but when you have the PowerPoints,
Hmm.
you copy it into
PDF, you
Google,
say?
the PDF, I mean. Did you copy
PDF
into
is,
Google?
it has to be, no, Google doesn't read PDF.
Okay.
Google doesn't read PDF, but there's another app called uh, at how do you call it, at Voice, and I put it in our spreadsheet, the spreadsheet for the books. I have
Mm-hmm.
another tab called Resources, and if you go to that Resources, you will see that app. And that app, you just press it on your phone and ask him to read that book for you, and it will start
Mm-hmm.
reading. It's called Arobas, no,
Okay.
at Voice. I was speaking French there. At at Voice, at Voice, and it's on the resources
At
side.
Voice. Yeah.
Mhm. If you open the
Okay.
resources, how the our spreadsheet, we have spreadsheet where we have the books.
Estelle. Yeah.
You'll see resources for the third tab, and there,
Text to speech voice.
yes, there are so many that I put it there. So you just choose one, and those
Okay.
will help you to read PDF. You see,
Okay.
resources. You see,
Yeah. I
yeah,
To
yeah,
read ebook or to
mm-hmm.
read ebook.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So this is the website.
Mm-hmm.
All
Okay.
right. Well, I will
Okay.
try because I I wanted to make the reading faster.
Yeah, it's very fast
Okay.
when
Thank
you
you.
read that one.
Learn from it, and then we'll see how to circle back to this book anytime this year
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
This
yeah,
book
see
is
what's
so
going.
important.
yeah.
I wanted to talk about the debit card, but we can't go over everything. Debit card should be the last one you use.
Yeah.
Credit card
So,
should be the
so we'll
best,
schedule it again. Maybe we'll schedule
mm,
it.
and so on. Yeah, there are so many good stuff. And as Arun was saying, there's so many things that I learned, even in car dealership that I didn't know. But myself, I bought 38 vehicles on finance. It was crazy, but I as he said, either you learn it, you pay the price for the information, or the price for the ignorance. And the other price, sometimes you think, oh, you don't have the time, you don't, but you forget that you go work months, years just to pay for your ignorance. So you
Mm,
should better use that time and for the information and go for the right thing.
yeah.
But we think, oh,
Mm-hmm.
it will be okay. How? While the other person is not sleeping. The predator is not sleeping, and you, the prey, said it will be okay. How?
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Uh,
So no one
the
is thinking.
the PMI,
Mm,
the on the mortgage, because um we were just saying like we make sure we have at least 40% to put down on the house before we get a house.
20.
Uh,
20.
so this PMI, do you really just like request for it as you do your down payment, or is something that I need to actually look into it before even choosing to buy a
well,
home?
let's put some clarification. We never say 40% unless you are planning to put 40%
I'm
down.
planning to put 40%, but I heard
Okay,
20%.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. But when you are already coming with 20%,
Mhm.
then they are required. But since you have the information here now, if they didn't do that to you, you just inform them that, oh, you had to remove the PMI because I'm already
Okay.
paying 20%. Because sometimes the team might be like correct, but they will make sure that they will play dumb by leaving it the PMI in. So you had to tell them, oh no, no. And also you had to compare, since you say that you have 40%, you want to put 40% down, maybe go with 20% and put
Okay.
the 20% difference into another stock vehicle, like another investment vehicle, and so that that investment vehicle can be giving you some revenue, and you can use that revenue to pay for your mortgage. It's something
Oh,
that you can analyze as well. You can compare. I'm not saying that it's the best way to do it, but it might help as well. Because what is happening here, when you put 40% in your mortgage, it's difficult
mhm.
for you now to take out. You can never,
Oh,
yeah, it's totally difficult for you to get the equity out if you don't refinance. But knowing that if you are planning to just remove the PMI, you put 20% there and you have another 20%, you go and put it into, how do you call it? Any VOO, which is SP 500. Those I mean, just view and just put it there. At least it's giving you, and it's much easier for you if you want to take money out to do something. But for
okay.
if it is in equity, it's difficult for you. It's totally difficult to get the money out of the house. It's what I can advise. I'm not a financial. You didn't pay me to give you that advice, so we don't have any
That's why
cost
it's
of
a
Exactly.
that's
cost.
why it's a privilege to be here.
So don't come and sue me and say that I didn't advise you.
Disclaimer. Disclaimer. I had a disclaimer.
Mhm.
All
Yes,
right.
the other thing that the guy said is yes, don't go alone, and also do not hesitate to go for a financial advisor.
Mhm.
Sometimes we think, oh, we cannot afford, or it's too expensive, or it's this, but what you lose at the long run is way more than what you gain from the
Yeah,
person's expertise.
yeah. And we are already doing great here
Yeah,
by
yeah.
by by
What we are
ha-
doing is already a lot,
yeah,
definitely.
yeah. I think we had to thank COVID-19 as well, because COVID-19 opened our eyes by saying that, oh, we can do things, a lot of things online, virtually. Otherwise, if we had to go and meet somewhere, it would be difficult. We cannot even meet together because you guys are in Texas, I'm in Vegas, so it's
We'll
going
be
to be
coming to
complicated.
Vegas. Yeah, if you can
Eh,
accommodate
if what?
us, just get the
No,
hotel.
I'm not accommodating anyone because my house is not big to accommodate all the people who are here now.
Get the hotel. Who wants to leave a house and go and stay in
Don't
another
worry
house?
about
Yeah,
Arun.
nobody wants
We'll
to leave
take
a house and go to another house. We want to go to the hotel.
Ah,
Sorry. Go
Vegas
ahead,
is.
Tata Colon.
Go ahead.
No, no, go ahead. Go ahead, Charlie.
No,
Yeah,
I'm done already. I said we cannot leave a house here to go to another house there. We leave a house to go to a hotel.
yeah. As I can tell you, one advert here, they say, "Oh, the tourists just lose $10. Don't worry too much. You are just contributing to the school district." So Vegas is here and is waiting for you to come and contribute to our school district.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Tata Colon, what did you want to say?
No, he said his house is not big enough, and I said not to worry about it.
Mm,
Because in my
We
planner
don't.
on March, I put Vegas, and I'm like, why did I put
Mhm.
Vegas here? So we didn't even plan to go to Vegas,
Hmm.
but we might end up
Awesome.
there.
Mhm.
Manu.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Next week, Nasif gonna lead the meeting. Shirley is presenting the School of Money, right?
Mhm.
It's wrote by African Olumide Emmanuel. So let's
Doctor,
go from there.
he's a doctor, so don't forget that one. He's a doctor, Olumide Emmanuel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
That- I remember that I
We will
met
see.
a Nigerian, and I said to him, "Oh, Mister," he said, "No, no, no, no. You had to add doctor." I said, "Oh, okay, sorry, doctor."
Mhm.
Yeah, remember that party we went to? The Lulu's party.
Hmm.
And everybody was like, doctor. You know, if you don't say doctor, they're not happy.
You know that song from Madonna, the song from Argentina, she repeated.
Mm-hmm.
You know that song?
Like,
Don't cry for me, Argentina.
mm-hmm.
Those words are illusion. It's how much money you weight, right? How
That's
much
true.
power you have. Daughter is a paper that you don't put in inheritance for your kid when you die. They can have your house, but they cannot have your degree. So, daughter, master, those are illusion.
Yeah,
If
title is
you
just
want to
illusion.
say it, that's illusion because your kid cannot benefit from it after you
Well,
pass.
they benefit from the money you make out of it.
You go to Benin, people who have PhD, they get paid less than people who went through apprenticeship to be carpenter or mason and stuff.
Mhm.
Okay, good night,
Good
guys.
night.
Chris,
Good night,
good night.
everybody.
Good night. We
Bye.
love
And
you.
thank you very much, guys.
Bye.
We're gonna book the flight to get to Vegas to get the book.
Don't worry.
That's another topic.
You bet.
No, seriously, I put Vegas in mass. I don't
Yeah.
know why.
Okay, see you.
We're
Bye.
going to Vegas.
Good night. Good night.
Yeah, good night.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye.